Hello everyone from the Forex Pip Queen. I just thought I'd jump on here and try to answer a few questions. First, a disclaimer is that trading the financial markets is a substantial financial risk and it's not for everyone. I am not a financial advisor and I'm just showing you what I do. That is out of the way. I just ordered this, I entered this trade a couple of minutes ago. I got a signal here from my ADX alert that told me price was going down, and I looked here at the MEQ line from Agimat and it was showing me it's going down. So I'm looking here to see the candle in line with the AM line, and you can see it's going to go on here and further on there. About 12 candles and approximately, let's see if I can't see the pips. Well, it looks like only 15 pips on this one because I'm on the 15-minute time frame. But what I do is I see it's coming down here and it's going to go back up. I'll either get out right there or suffer through that drawdown depending on what the higher time frame is doing. So I go here and check it on the 1 hour. 1 hour is gonna be flat, so I'll probably just do a scalp on this one. I'm not really concerned about the H4 because I see that, you know, it's going to consolidate. I already know H1 will, so I'll stay here on my 15-minute time frame. My ADX alert is way above 40. Red line is above 20 and above 40. The yellow line is the volume indicator and it's way above 40, which is right where we want it to be. This is the Forex pin volume indicator from the pin system. I'll show you that in a minute. But I see the peak came up here and it went down. I've added some lines on here. This is a personal choice. Some people use a 12 and a minus 12 to set on here. I chose 10 because as I scroll back and I look, it hits my 10 and it does go below it at times. But there are also times like this one where it hits the 10 and it doesn't go to the 12. And you might miss a few pips that way. So I'm still experimenting with that. I just put it on the 10. I kind of have to watch this because I want to catch it before that drop. And we have 9 minutes left on the candle. It's going to come down here for a ways. It may do a big shoot and then it'll start retracing towards the end time, like the last 5 minutes or so of that candle. So you can actually trade one whole 15-minute candle and watch. What I look for is for this red ADX line to drop. And if it drops below 20, that's time to get out. That shows it's changing direction. As long as it's way up here and it's still going that way, we're going to keep going down, in my opinion. That's how I read it. I can't see my entry, so normally I would set a TP here at the 50, but I believe it's going to go down. Oh, this white line is a 3 EMA. The 8 line is an 8 EMA. And the yellow one is the Agimat angular momentum line. And the 50 is 50 EMA. That's what I use. This is the Agimat system, and I added the ADX. And then today I brought over the volume indicator from the pin system, only because I want to see it all happening at once. So that's my trade. I'm in profit, $4 down here. And yes, I'm doing this on demo. See how it went up? But it still has time because this line is up. I trade every new system on demo. If I like the trade and it's doing well, I have a live account I can access on my phone and enter the trade there while I'm watching it on the demo account on my computer. So that's what I do. So it's going to come down a little bit. It may do one more upswing. We just watch towards the end of the candle, watch this ADX line. I really like this trade. It just came up a few minutes ago. Looks like that's where I entered right there. So I'll drag it down here just in case it does a nice big shoot. And I'll put this up here by the arrow. This is the indicator arrow for the Agimat system. If it has a black, the yellow box, if it's got a black arrow in it, it's going to be changing direction sometime soon. When the white arrow appears, it means the candle has crossed the yellow AM line. So when that happens, I always look, check my ADX. We have a signal on EURUSD. Go see what that's looking like. Okay, it says to buy. Our blue arrow line is way here down at the 10. If it's between 10 and 15, don't touch it yet. And this Maxwell line is absolutely flat. So it may go up, but I'm not going to chance it. You can see it had a signal earlier that it went down, and now it's changing direction. So if I refresh the chart, I guess I don't have my refresher on here. That white arrow is going to disappear. Well, it didn't disappear. Made a liar out of me. That's okay. Anyway, I would not take that trade. I would take a trade when the Maxwell looks like this. Now, another way you can tell is to line your candle up with the Maxwell. Hold down the left side of the mouse button and come over to this point where you see it's going to change. And that first number shows you 2 candles and 7.5 pips. So it's going to continue downward for 2 candles and about 7 pips. 75, it was saying. Go to the entry of the candle. Come down to 75. I went a little too far. Bring this up here. That way, if it does another wick, it's 5 minutes left. If it does another nice wick there, it should come down. It's getting ready now because there's going to be another candle come. And I notice they all have wicks. Also, we are 5 away from the low of the day. So in this case, I believe the broker is going to extend the low of the day, meaning he'll go further. He won't just stop there. It's 6 pips. He won't just stop at the low of the day. I think he's going to extend it because I see this. But it's going to be probably 4 or 5 candles of rise before it does that. Yeah, 5 candles. So I'm just going to let this get as low as it can, watch my ADX, and then I'll get out. I got a stop loss on here now, so I can bring it down and put it at the top of the candle. That puts me in profit. And that is $2 if it goes all the way back up. If it hits me here, it's $10.50. I could live with that. I could definitely live with that. And I like to watch my timer. I really use this. I use the high and low of the day on a regular basis because I want to know if they're going to extend it or how many pips I have to go. So when it goes upward, there's 13 pips. They could extend it on the upside as well. Because it's such a small number right now, it's the beginning of the trading day. You know, it's well, 3 hours later, but the thing is it's a small number and it's Thursday. So I know they're going to extend this. They'll extend it high or low. We'll see what happens. And if it knocks me out in profit and it's already up there, I can get back in if the candle's red. If this still stays red. So it's kind of just watching now. 490, I've lost a little bit of profit. But I believe the next one will be going down just because it's already crossed the yellow AM line. My 3 and 8 have crossed, which is always a good sign too. So you can line up looking backward and see here the ADX blue line crossed above the red. It went above 20 and price kept going up because our volume was above 40. Over here is where the line, red line crossed the blue, and we're going down. You can come back here and see that one, how it went up. Here the red crossed and it went down. Here the blue crossed and it went up for 2 candles and a little bit there. Red candles here, we got two small ones going down, but you can see that the Maxwell wasn't even showing downward, it was showing consolidation. So that's why we look here at the angle of this line. How far is it going to go? How steep is it? Does it have wiggles in it like this? Like this one here, I would not trade this. It's going down, up, down, up, down. And now, if a person had gotten here, you lucked out and go up. Or here. Here would be a good spot for it to go up. This is why I use the ADX the way I use it. Okay, so I can watch it while I show you indicators. The Maxwell is, as it comes, I just added a 0 line on the levels. I don't believe it really tells me much. I don't know why. I just put it on there because sometimes it comes in handy. So here's the levels. I added 0, made it white, and that was it. Ooh, big retrace, but we got 26 seconds. If it knocks me out, I have $2 and I re-enter. Now I could have taken my $5 profit when it was down here, but, oh, now it's gonna make a wick at the top. Oh, maybe it didn't, yay. Oh, look here. Yeah, the red line dropped, but it's still at 20, which means this candle might retrace up some to make a wick before it comes back down. I think we still have one red candle left here. It should go ahead and come down close to where I put the TP. Another 5 pips. I think it's going to shoot up first though. I hope not. This is always tricky because the candle could shoot on down and then this red line's going to go back up. GJ buy. Oh, it's going up. Okay, I got my profit. We'll wait on that one. GJ. Yeah, same thing with a flat line, but with this is above 20. The blue line's above 20, so it might continue on. And I was looking here, I put this 0 line on the pin indicator, the pin volume, just to see what happens if it crosses it. For instance, if it were to cross this 0 line down, would it be a nice big red candle or not? That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so this is the ADX. The way I use it is parameter set on 2. and close. And make it yellow, make it big. Medium blue, and this is supposed to be that color, maroon. It's easier for me to see. Levels, you add 10, 20, and 40. Make it a nice black line. That one's lavender, that's fine, as long as I can see it. And that's all I do to that. This one, I did not change anything Dennis put on that except for the levels. I added a +10, a -10, and a 0. As I said, some people like to use 12, but I might miss some trades that way because I was looking back and seeing that there are times like this where it hit the 10. It hit my 10 line here and it just barely went under it. Same here, and we still got a good reaction with the candles. So it hit here. We didn't get an arrow because that's consolidating. And I'm not on the pin chart. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's see what's happening with our AU trade. Nope, it decided not to. So it's going to keep going up for 5 more candles, I think, until it gets to this point, and then we can get back in for a sell. So this is my pin system here from Dennis Buchholz. This is the way he made it. I use it the way he made it. I did add the 0 and my 10s on there, but I don't think they're showing. What I did was take out, there were a lot of pairs and lines because it had 15-minute and 1 hour selected, and Dennis doesn't use the 1 hour really, not on his day-to-day basic trading, so I left it on the 15, and that way I could add more pairs, which I did. I changed the size so I could read it better. I didn't do anything up here except make the angular momentum a thicker line, and as I said, these I added the 0. So if you want to access any of that, look at the indicator list. Here's the AM line. This is where you would thicken that one. Pin volume. This is where I added the levels. Over here, 10, 10, and 0. And if you want to change the dashboard, you click dashboard and click edit. This is where your settings for the signals are. I use true here and false on all the other time frames, only the 15-minute. That way I could add more pairs up here. And you should watch Dennis's video. If you want to add any pairs up here whatsoever, you need to open them in some other chart and then go through every time frame first. And then you can come back and put it in here, and that way the system will get the data. Okay, all of this other stuff down here I did nothing with except the alerts. I don't want an email alert. I like the pop-ups and the push notifications, so I set those to true. And it will give you signals. It doesn't give you signals all the time because it waits for a real extreme one like that. And when the yellow arrow appears, you will get a pop-up notice. You can trade other times, but Dennis does not recommend it. You have to close that for it to show. Okay. Forex pen is crossing the extreme overbought on EJ. There's your signal right there. Let's go look at it. I don't see it. Now, if you click this one, it's going to change our time frame right here. So I will just come here and go EJ and open a new chart. And let's go back to the one that I forgot to save. Agimat and pin volume. I didn't mean to save that. Darn it. Now I lost it. Let me go here. Sorry for this hassle here. Pin volume, save. Change it back, yes. Come to EJ. We'll go down and load that chart. And now we can have the pin volume indicator. See how it's way above the 10? We can have the pin volume indicator without taxing the system with this whole pin bar, because it takes 16 gig of RAM. But I figured out by doing it this way and then opening my chart over here and keeping all of these on Agimat, I'm using less resources. This is 6 gigabytes of RAM on my system here. And so I can avoid having to deal with that VPS thing. So see how on this one it came just below the 10 and price went right up. Now we're above the 10 again. Our Maxwell's showing that it's going down. And we have the Agimat line as well as the notice here. I didn't go to the chart because I didn't want to open another one, but that means there's a yellow arrow. And it's, let's see, what do we have? 21 seconds. So I'm going to let the new candle come on and see what we get. I believe it's going to drop down. Right at this moment, our blue line is still above 40. So that means it's going up. It's retracing that red candle that it started. Oh, 6 minutes left, 5 minutes. Let's see what happens. Now, if this perchance should drop down and the red arrow will cross the blue, I'm going to get a notice from the ADX indicator, and I'll know that it's time to get out. One thing I do need to say, though, is that I totally trust this indicator that Dennis has. Even if it goes, it could go 2 or 3 more candles, but eventually this is going to take precedence. It's going to drop. And I see my Maxwell, so I believe it's going to drop. I just don't want to have drawdown while it's retracing this candle. I want to catch it as high as possible. And I see that we are 8 from the high of the day. If they extend it, it's going to be to the lower side. So a lot of times I'll wait until this says 0 at the high of the day and get in then. It just helps with avoiding drawdown. Now it's at 7. Takes a little bit of patience to get your entry right, but if you do, you save a few pips that way. Let's see if it goes up. We got 4 minutes. Also, I will get a flashing signal on the high or the low. When they're within 20 pips, it'll start flashing. You can set that however you want to. Four minutes. Oh, 7. Still at 7. It hasn't gone up to 0 yet. Now, if all of a sudden, toward the end of the candle time, it makes a mad dash, I'll just hop in. It's still wiggling back and forth between 7 there. Might do that for a minute. But as long as my blue line is up here, especially since it's above 40, I'm not going to give it a chance to take anything away from me. Don't forget to check out my website at forexpipqueen.com. You will be able to buy the Agimat system or the pin system or any of Roland's Metagrid products, the Trade Manager. There's a new update coming out. After we test it for a little while, it's going to be fantastic. You're going to love it. Another really good way to manage your trades. And I can also show you some of that, but I want to watch this candle. 2 more minutes. Oh my goodness, it feels like it's so slow. The market is 6:43. Yeah, I have another hour and a half or so before it picks up. Picks up about 8 o'clock my time. This is my time here, Pacific. And 1 minute to go. It'll definitely be red. I just want to see how high we're going. 6 away from the high of the day now. There it comes. No. This is going to be a slow drop too, because that's not a very steep line, but eventually it's going to get down here to the 0 line. So let us see what number, how many pips that might give us. Right there, they match. Come down to the white line. That really helps measuring too. 279, that's 27 pips. And it will take us right there, 10, 15-minute candles. 2 hours and 15 minutes. So that's a really slow moving line there. Not sure I want to wait that long. 34 seconds. I'm getting ready. I put my cursor here. That blue line should drop if we get a big push on the red candle. I love to show you these things while the market is open. This is why I kind of wait to do my videos, because I want you to see real-time action. Sometimes I will post a Zoom and let people ask questions, but I've been getting so many Telegram messages, so I'm just trying to answer everything I've gotten in the last day or two as far as questions go. Here's our new candle. And you see the blue line dropped. Now I would like to see the red one. I could hop in right now, but I'd like to see that red one hop up because we still have some blue showing. But I'm ready. The other thing you can do is just come right down here and put a limit order in case this decides to keep going up. Just put a limit order on it, and that way you're ready if it comes down. See how these make a peak? Sometimes I saw once maybe or twice where it came down and made another peak, but most of the time it doesn't do that. As you can see, these peaks happen and it's a long time before you get another one. That's why a lot of times I'll just enter as soon as the yellow arrow comes on the pin system. I'm going to get drawdown, but I don't care. As we dropped here, we're at the apex. Let's see what happens. 13 minutes to go. Now normally you're going to get a nice big way down here, and then the candle itself will start retracing. So I kind of like to pull this down, at least to the Agimat line. I mean the AM line. If this were a steeper, really sharp decline, then I would pull it down to the 50. But so far we haven't, the 3 and 8 have not crossed yet, so I just came to here, to the AM line. This line will also shoot up when these two are ready to cross. And I'm waiting for a big push from here, so my red line will go up. This is how I enter. And then I'm watching the Maxwell to see if I should enter in the first place, and then I watch this and listen for my alerts. If I want to go to another chart, I do that because I'll get an alert when they cross. First, I want the alert that they've crossed to go downward, and then I can go somewhere else and I'll get an alert when they cross. Generally, we're going to get a nice push first and get a few pips. And this is how Dennis tells us to take 5 pips or 10 pips, depending. If you're on a higher time frame, of course, you could do that. Oh, by the way, let us check. Okay, GJ still sitting out. See, it gave us a buy signal last time, I think. Yeah, because the ADX is doing its consolidation time. I stay away from this completely. No need to mess with it. Now you can do this with a tiny lot size to test it, or you can use a bigger one and take 3 or 4 pips and be out. It's all your personal choice and how you want to risk things. I like to watch the actions on this. Oh yeah, candle. Let's go check the 30-minute. Not a big drop at all. Not going to stay in this trade very long. Okay, we just got that on the H1, but there's a rise in it because the market's slow right now. So it's going to go up, down, up, and it won't start really going until here, which is going to be about 3 hours. So that tells me we're not going to get a lot of distance on this particular trade. I will let this candle tell me. Now our red line is coming up. In more minutes, we should get a good push. Might get $1 or 2 for my 10 cents. And when the candle is new and price is close to where I just got in, I don't put a stop loss at all because the broker can easily jump up there, grab it, and come on down. Now there are only 28 pips to the low. And you could hang on and wait for that forever, but I'm not going to. All right, so I'll show you something else. No, that's the wrong one. See how it says loading order levels? Please wait. This is the Metagrid Trade Manager with the order blocks. It's going to flip through the time frames. It's gathering data right now. And that's why it says wait. So we need to just wait. The way to use this system is to trade it on the H1 time frame. Not the lower, not the higher, but the H1. Roland is really a genius as well. Still waiting for some order levels here. Now these change every single day. This is the daily, oh, we're on the 15, but these are the daily market close, 2:00 p.m. my time. And that changes every day. So you can see how it's been happening over the last few days. Now this is the bank buy level. This is where the banks have decided they probably want to go into another buy because they had a good one here. There's also 2 levels here. This is average trader, which is us, and these are the big traders that have thousands and billions of dollars to trade. You can take this, hold your left mouse and squeeze it smaller or make it bigger. So we go here. One way to trade this system is to just go from bank level to bank level. Eventually it'll get there. Now, right now, these bank levels can change until a candle actually touches it on today. It's not, it could move. When you're in the green lines, that's the buy zone. The red lines are the sell zone. Oh, I have to put a pending order. Another reason that I use demo to show you. So the buy entry appears when I click pending buy. I can take it here and move it wherever I want it to go. If I want to get in the market right now, I can just bring it up there and it'll go on up. If I want to wait and see if it retraces down to a bank level, I can do that. The best place and where Roland likes to trade is where you have the light and the dark lines together, which would be right here. And I let it choose a grid. Now these two are together close and it's below the bank buy level. I notice these always go below the level a little bit. So I put it at the top, preview it. I want grids. Therefore, if it touches here and opens a buy entry, and if it reverses and it gets down to here, it's called the negative grid. It'll open another buy trade. It'll open another buy trade here. I put a stop loss. It's got a stop loss on it now, so the auto trader will take care of everything. And I think it's on grid trading already. Change to grid trading now. So now the auto trader will do the grids. I think I'll just leave that there. And then you can't put in two pending orders at the same time. What you can do is watch it and wait for it to come up here, or open another chart of the same pair and then put a sell limit up here on the other chart. You can do that. Yeah, see, I did a limit sell. It's giving me a buy. I wonder why. Oh, because that was already there. And now I have the sell. Yay! So you can do two at once. I'm going to come to the bank level and go, let's see, it's going to exceed it. So I'll go here. And, oh, and I have two pending orders. Sorry, I can't show a preview when I have two pending orders, but I'm going to go ahead and leave that there because my auto trader is active. I'm going to let it do its thing. And it looks to me like my EJ trade is going against me. Now I have to either close it with a loss or wait for the next candle. We have 3 minutes. I still think it should go down. So I think I'm going to hold on to that one and let it do what it's supposed to do. Okay, I also made, I think, another chart. I guess I showed you that one. A template I made. Pin volume. Oh, okay. This is just Agimat with the pin volume indicator on it. You can trade Agimat with Ichimoku if you like. And this is good for people who use Ichimoku. I got asked so many times, okay, I see when to get in when it crosses the line or whatever, but how do I know when to get out? Well, put it on with Agimat and you'll see when it's time to get out, and you should have your ADX on here as well. To get that, you go to Indicators, Average Directional Movement Index. Mine is already set for me the way I like it. There you go. I will also put my alert on there. And it's all automatically set to true. And that way I'll know when my red and blue lines cross. So there's the Ichimoku, Agimat Ichimoku. Then we come back here and look at the pin volume trade and see if there's any new signals. There is a new one on EURJPY. That's where we are. It says 1 bar ago. All the rest of them are older. I guess I could show you that it opens, but I'm going to close it right away. You double click it, I think. Sometimes it's a little slow opening. You have to wait. I don't want 2 pin charts going though, because it'll take a lot of memory. Down arrow on EJ. Show me. All right, it's already open here. So what I'll do is come here and put my pin on it. Okay. Okay, it says new down arrow, but I don't have it showing. Now we have to ask Dennis about that. This is EURJPY, EURJPY 15, overbought, 1 bar ago. Okay. Wait, shrink it down. There it is. I forgot he said to do that. So now we have the candle, and that's when you're supposed to enter. You can wait if you want, but if you want your 5 or 7 or 8 pips, I like to enter as soon as that thing gives me a signal. The only reason I take it to the other chart is because it saves my memory from having 2 pin charts running, and it shows me the Agimat and my ADX. $241. So we got our yellow arrow. I think we're going to go downward. If you have any questions, please post it down below the video, and I'll answer it as soon as I get the notice. You can find me on Facebook at Forex Pip Queen. You can find me on Twitter at Forex Pip Queen. All my links are on my website at forexpipqueen.com. Actually, I can even, let me see. I've seen other people do this. Let me enter a text box here. I'm just learning how to do these. I hope that's a colon. It is. And let's change the color to yellow. And there is my website. http://forexpipqueen.com. All the links to buy things are there. There's brokers there. There's VPS systems there. There's videos. And you can send me an email. You can buy products. And I just wish everybody success as a trader. That's our whole point, is to share ideas and help people learn how to use the systems and how to be more profitable with their entries and exits. I know, but I have another one. Let's, McAfee, go away. Those take a long time to leave. Remember I told you this is going to be a slow, slow drop. Oh, yes. Also notice I had this at the AM line, and now the AM line has jumped up there. That's in order to let these cross it so it can go down. Also, our distance may have changed because before it was going a little bit below the 0 line, and now it isn't. So I'm not too happy with this trade. What I'm going to do, excuse me, is bring it right up here in case it stops at the AM line. I mean, I'm happy with the trade. I'm just not happy with the Maxwell right now and the distance it has. So now if it hits there, I'm going to get $2.50. And I will usually hold them until they pay unless it just goes absolutely bonkers the other way. But because I have Dennis's momentum or volume indicator here, I don't believe that's going to happen. Oh yeah, I have Telegram too, and I did attempt to make a link for that on my website, but I'm not sure if it happened. So this is my page, London Investing Forex Pip Queen. Every day I post Roland's trade of the day. He has a video there, and he will explain to you why he chose that pair and where he's putting his zones. So that was USD CAD. I didn't even set mine up yet. I also have the scanners, USD CAD. Let's go there. Love my scanners. All right, so 15 minutes says not much happening. I'm going to put this on the 1 hour, let it load. This is a trade of the day. Roland put it out just a little while ago. I'm going to have to do dinner here pretty soon, so I hope I gave you some good information. As I said, if you have questions, do send me a message on one of my Twitters or wherever else you can find me. And I'm in the Forex pin chat quite a bit. And there's a lot of information in there too from other traders that are experienced and have used the pin more than I have. I am by no means a pro trader. I'm just a little old grandma learning how to trade Forex. But I do get pips. Yeah, here's my trading from last night. The first night I actually used the pin. Oh, that's our one we just did with it, hit the stop loss with $2 profit. This is what I did last night, $33. So I'm happy with it. The philosophy that you need to get is how to use the system, not how to make a fortune overnight, okay? You need to learn each and every one, just like this system here. You want to test them and learn how to use them before you count on it to be your income. UJ is selling. On the 1 hour. And it's going to go down, but it's going to do all that first. So again, I will wait. But I will check the 15 and see if we got a good drop on that one. Oh yeah, nice. Little bit going. I'll take it. See, the red line here is way above, just above 20 or 40. Let's change this to pin volume. See what that tells us. ADX is up, pin volume hit right here. Hit the 10. And Agimat says sell, so I did. All right, oh, I forgot to measure this. Let's see what kind of TP I want. You can go for 5, 7, whatever. There's 7 before it retraces. Okay, 7.1. Let's let it go there to the market maker line as well. I was going to tell you something and now I forgot. Still not going to do a stop loss on that. I'm going to let it go. Look at EJ. It's trying. It's going to get ready here any day. I don't know if our Zoom will last that long. I like to have my open trades together. So I slide these over here. Now I have my EJ and UJ. See how much better this Maxwell is on UJ. It's got a steeper decline, which I really like. EJ is going to mess around. It's probably going to just consolidate while going down a hair at a time. I just want to get out of it without a loss. So move it up there to 2 pips. They better give me that. What else is happening? Alerts over there. I don't think I set a trade on my, sorry, UCAD here. Close all trades. It's coming down, down, down. This, and now it started up. This flag, they say. Then it did a push up. Another little flag. Boy, he's right. It could go either way. So I think what I will choose, I didn't get to write notes when I watched his video. So I'm going to choose this line right here because it's below the bank level and it's close to the major traders. We'll do a limit buy here. Right about there. And I do have my grid on. I don't have any positive grid though. I guess it'll make them. Okay, so take the preview off and now we'll pick a sell. I'll take it to right there. It might continue on up, but this will be the first one, and I can't preview it because I have this one, but it'll make a negative grid also, which should be able to cover, let me put it right in the middle. It should cover this one, and that one for entry levels. I really like the trend lines here. For myself, oh man, if I change this, no, wait a minute. That's not how to do it. We go here to object. Now I have to start over because I forgot to say cancel. And they're gone. Okay, so we'll come back to that after it loads again. Now we're still in the negative here. Come on. Patience is definitely key. Well, at least it turned red. That's a good sign. A lot of times too, if I'm super confident in the trade, I will add another one. Now that it's retraced up here and I'm in the negative, I'll add another sell trade. I'm not going to on this because of that weak Maxwell line. I'll just let it take me out. But I would do that over here if it were to retrace. Our red line is above 20, not quite to 40. Volume is really low right now because nothing happens until 8 o'clock on my computer. Sometimes 8:30. And then 4 hours later, midnight, for me, is when the London session opens. Things kind of start moving around 11:30. So that's when I get to see and trade. Last night we were trading, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't believe it. Let me know if there's any questions that I did not answer for you. And I will get to it. And sometime when the market is really busy, we'll do some live trading. I really enjoy doing that. People make a lot of good suggestions. Okay, 3 bars on, I need to use this thing so I can line this up and see. Oh, I guess I can't. Huh. All right, can't use crosshair here either to show me. I need to see which one this is. GBP CAD, no. That's EJ, the one we're in. Okay, no new signals. Ah, consolidation. UJ, sell. It's a much better trade. Okay, so we got the white arrow. Because it says sell USDJPY, that is the Agimat alert that I have set. Not the ADX, that's the Agimat system alert telling me to sell now because the white arrow has appeared. The reason it appeared is because price crossed the yellow AM line. And we should have gotten our ADX one a while back. Yeah. No, pin ADX GJ. Hey, I missed one. Maybe we looked at it and I didn't like it. Oh yeah, I don't want that. So that's what you have to do. Hey, look at, oh man, I'd like to show you something else. I want to set my levels on this though. I think I have another one. Yeah. Look at this, what you can do. Push this R and it'll change pairs for you. It'll pick whatever it wants. And then of course you have to let it load. And after it's through, well, I need it to be on the H1, please. That's where we trade it. Because if you change the time frame, it's going to do the loading all over again. Okay, UCAD. Put my limit cell. Right up here. In between, so I can get both of those. Maybe right there. Whoa. Looks like the auto trader is going to do tiny little grids. Oh well, I let it do what it wants. Limit buy. I'm going to put that down here also at the order level and let it go. See what happens. Okay, UJ, give me money. Almost into profit on that one. UJ is going to come down eventually and give me my few cents. What have I got it on? 2. I think it's gonna, yeah, that is the AM. I'll put it right there. It'll get a little drop from here to there. This is probably one I should have bypassed, but I did want to do a demo for you. Ugh. 16. Huh. I don't think it's that many. I think I measured from the wrong spot. Do it right from there to there. Yeah, maybe 13. Okay, we're up to 0 on UJ. Now the reason I added 1 is because it's way up there and our white arrow has come where we didn't have it before. Red line is above 40, so it's going to come on down at least 1 good candle. We should get one of those nice big pushes. The video may end before we get any profit on this, so I might have to put notes. I'd like to tell you there are some people using this pin system here and watching for the yellow arrow, and they will trade it with a very large amount, like $10 or $5, and it's like, oh wow, I'm not going to do that. But look at our peaks, and it doesn't look like much up here, but if you measure it from where the peak came, it went from here down to here, down to there. It's 50 pips. And from the arrow here where it gave us a blue one, it came up to here, 31 pips. So even though those are tiny little bitty arrows, they do give you pips. See how that's coming down. This just helps me make an analyzation. I see here it said to go up. We got a couple of red candles and some tiny little blue ones here and blue here. But look what happened when it reached the 0 line and it crossed the center line. It started giving us a little bit bigger candles. So even from this point to that one is 19 pips. And this is why Dennis said it's for scalping. You can make 5 to 10 pips like really quickly. Let's see, UJ. Oh, I guess I ought to match that. Okay, so if we get a shooter, it'll give us some profit. How much? Approximately $6.99, maybe $14. It's another advantage for taking short trades. If you stack it up, you'll get several. And it'll multiply your money. All the people are talking while I'm doing this video and I'm not answering any questions here. Ooh, I should have doubled that one up earlier because it's negative while the other one's in profit. Anyway, this was suggested to me by one of the friends in the Forex pin chat, suggested that I go ahead and try it on my laptop. Yeah, got to sell on EJ, which we already know. Yay. Anyway, he said, go ahead and try it. And that's why I'm only running this one chart with the pairs on it. Can I see the, oh, I made this bigger. That's why I can't see it. That only changes the candles. So I'll leave that there where I can see them. A lot of times I'll have to do this to see all the pairs. I put gold on in mine as well. Hasn't given me anything, but hey, we're in profit. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Ooh, ooh, hit it, hit it. It almost reached it. Should I take it or let it go again? I'm gonna let it shoot down. Come on. EJ still barely scraping by. There we go. Gonna get some profit there. I'm gonna take one of these and move it to the red line. That's the 50. And the reason I do that is because that ADX is way above 40. Now I'll put a stop loss. I find that I have to do this first and then I can move them down. Darn it, they went together. Okay, so now we got the 50. Then it's going to consolidate and go further. So I might bring one. I don't even know which one I'm taking. Bring one a little further down. And we have 3 minutes. It's probably going to come, yeah, it's going to start going up and down. Whee, it moved. Yay, that's the auto refresh that I told you to put on. I put it in the group. It is auto refresh 509, okay? And you just saw it refresh the chart. I have mine set on 30 seconds. I have my ADX, and a lot of people always ask me about this box. It is called the new HUD, H-U-D. Where is it? Yeah, there it is, right there. And just ask me for it because there's too much to explain on it. We got $15 profit now. Should I let it go or move it? Bring it down a little? Because we do have to, whoa, Millie. Sometimes I don't get it fast enough to move it. There we go. Aw, I think I retraced over here. I did. Little DD. Yep, it went down a penny. Take my profit there. Go back to EJ and see what's happening. What we have is still above 40 on the red. Candles retracing and it's got 153. Could be a down candle. I think I'll take my $2.06. And what did we get? $6.99, $4.72, and $2.24. Thank you very much. I thank you for watching. Do get in touch with me and I'll try to help you the best I can, but I'm really running out of time talking to people individually, so that's why I made this video for you. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Please give me some comments on it and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon.